Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGurk Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of Umass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Umass Minutemen. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Umass will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Muhammad. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On first down, here comes this offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed behind the line, it's Owens. And they pick up just a few on that completion. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint. The ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like we were talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Afterburner's coming. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies! Touchdown. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Running to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot They're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Quarterback keeps it. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. Umass will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A low line drive and not his best work. And that's where they'll have to down it just inside the 50-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important.
Going over the top. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Shakes off the tackler. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Yeah, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Back to pass. It's Pumachan. Fires the pass. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Fair catch called for and made. The Umass offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's 3rd and forever. He tried to get his team the first down. Not enough. Let's see what they do on 4th.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
He'll start this drive firing. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job on the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas A&M 28, Umass 0.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster. All kinds of running room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Looking for space. It's Hester. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Texas A&M 28, Umass 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
38-yard line. 4th down coming up.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Looks as if he has enough to move the chains. It'll be a 1st down, Umass.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big 1st down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Looking downfield, it's Kumachan. Pocket starts to collapse. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dumb.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Getting some heat. Fires on the move. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Aggies! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Umass offense returns to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Pumachan. They're trying to get to him. Trying to make magic with his feet. The ball squirts free. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
3rd down is where the money is made, but they're lucky to be here after that ball was loose. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got him and they convert. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Defense not showing press coverage. Sends it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle, it's Campbell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
short in field goal range. They dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Uncorks one. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the... Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, and averts disaster by falling on his own fumble.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Lofts one high indeed. He caught it. Touchdown, Minutemen. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wants to throw. It's Wegman. Hit as he throws. And that pass is intercepted. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Umass. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it.
point is good. They still trail 35-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Colorado State is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Cam the Ram isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over the Coyotes. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
On the move at the 30. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd down coming up after that completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On 4th down, looking to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Going up top on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. And that is interception number 3 on the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. The give to the back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. To the air, it's Pumachan. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the left side. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Texas A&M 42, Umass 14.
To the ground, he's got it again.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking for a man. It's Pumachan. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. He lobs one high down the left side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of down.
Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On the move. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Umass quickly back to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Minutemen! And they take it in for 6 more points. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. Coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over and move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Looking to move it through the air. That's caught. It's Campbell. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
With the catch, it's Campbell. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
To the air, it's Wegman. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Quarterback will keep it. And that's a live ball. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Quarterback will audible. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Coming after it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Now on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Got enough for the 1st down. Can anyone catch him? And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. Umass lines up with a 1st and goal. Fights off a defender. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his feet. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Quarterback checking the play. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Dropping back, it's Pumachan. Into the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Inside the 40. the 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Iowa is down right now inside Kinnick Stadium, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Iowa City today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Syracuse. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
He wants to throw here on second down. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first possession.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Back to pass, it's Kumachan. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Steps out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Now, fourth down.
Umass will try to pick it up on fourth down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Brought down at the 50. Offense is stopped. Will be a turnover on down.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Comes out throwing on first down. Going deep. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close.